Hey guys, Ted here again. Rule 4006, temperature limitations, has a note in Appendix B, and I highly recommend you read that as well. But this rule is all about equipment that has temperature termination ratings. Sub-rule 1, basically in Canada we use 90-degree wire, and regardless of the 90-degree wire rating, if the equipment is marked with a temperature termination rating of 60, then that wire size has to be based as if it was 60-degree insulation. Likewise, if it's 75-degree TTR, that 90-degree wire has to be sized as if it was 75-degree wire. Sub-rule 2 is a little bit trickier, and I need you to read it a couple of times. If the equipment doesn't have a TTR rating and it has terminations such as lugs or screw lugs or whichever the case might be, there's some specific mandatory requirements to give it a temperature termination rating. So make sure you read that a couple of times. I know there's some questions on it. Sub-rule 4 lets you extend the wire. If there was some value in you not just selecting a wire based on, say, 75 degree and upsizing it such, but you found that there'd be some advantage in running a smaller conductor at 90 degree, the code allows you to splice a piece of the correct size 75 degree rated wire onto the end of the 90 for connection onto the breaker or the terminal or the termination, whatever the case might be. And sub-rule 5 tells you that that splice has to be at least 1.2 meters long. So there might be some space limitations in even being able to do that. Sub-rule 6 says if I'm using underground ampacities from tables in Appendix D, regardless of the ampacities, that I still have to comply with this rule insofar as the temperature termination rating when it gets onto the equipment. And when you look in Appendix D in the ampacity tables, it will give you a derating factor so that the conductors below ground and above ground would still be at usually at 75 degree centigrade rating. I hope this helps. As always, send us a note at info@sparkbc.ca and we'll get back to you with an answer as quick as we can. Thanks.